What is up, guys? White Citadel here. I got a fantastic gameplay for you. Team Deathmatch on Interchange. I actually get a 23-point streak, and then I get the game-winning kill. So I missed the Moab by 1 kill at the very end. Pretty disappointing, but I can't be that upset because it's a really good gameplay, and I just absolutely carry the team. I get 32 kills out of 75 because it's just a standard Team Deathmatch. So pretty good gameplay, definitely worth posting. And what I really want to talk about, though, is the Xbox 720 tonight. I'm going to put this on the 720 official channel. Basically an overview of the hardware specs we can expect to see come 2013 when this drops. And the big bad boy that everyone's been talking about is the Hex Core processor, which is looking to be 6 times as powerful as what we have today. So like Call of Duty, what I'm playing right now, imagine having 6 times the processing power in a few years in your living room. It's going to be ridiculous where we're going to be heading with gaming, what's going to be able to be accomplished. It's going to be really, the future is here. I mean, I can't wait to see what lies in store for us. It can't be too far away that we as gamers will get to play real life graphic video games, whereas first person shooters really look like a movie where you're just walking around outside. I can imagine that's, I mean, just a few years away. Probably not the 720, but definitely PCs right after, and certainly the next generation of consoles following the 720. Probably going to have real life graphics. I'm really excited about that idea. And that brings me to the next facet, which is 3D gaming. With the release of Avatar in 2009, I believe, 3D just exploded because Avatar made $2 billion in the box office. It became the #1 movie of all time. And the thing about Avatar is it really wasn't that great of a film in terms of story and acting. It was just such an experience that people wanted to see it again and again. It's almost like seeing movies for the first time again because the immersion, the graphics, the 3D, I mean, it's like nothing we had seen before. And since that moment, 3D has exploded. I mean, everything is 3D. Disney's releasing their classic movies in 3D. Any movie that's big at all, they're going to do the 3D. You know, ticket price bump in the box office. They're going to make a lot more money when they have the 3D because, you know, movies are, I think, about $3 on average more for 3D, and all they have to do is give you the shitty little pair of glasses. So it's really a great source of income. Really good immersive environment too for the moviegoer. I mean, you're not just staring at a flat screen anymore. You're kind of in this ocean, and the movie's taking place in the ocean, and you're there with it. Pretty spectacular thing. So I think that 3D gaming on the 720 is going to take off. It'll probably be really rusty at first, but I can see it really taking off and being really innovative down the road a ways. Like the 3DS is really cool how you can play 3D games without the annoying glasses. That's the 720 is definitely going to need to have glasses-free 3D because no one wants to sit around and wear those glasses for 3 hours. I mean, I know PlayStation 3 has taken a stab at that recently with their 3D TV, and well, that's really cool. The glasses are going to get annoying really quick, and consumers are going to want to move away from that and get to a kind of a glasses-free 3D environment. And the televisions and stuff that we've seen recently are going to allow for that. Most TVs coming out probably in the next decade are going to be 3D ready. Glasses, you know, no glasses at all. So that's something that I think the 720 is going to kind of work with. You know, they're releasing it way more powerful right now than they need it to be when it releases because they know that in 6 years they want to still be pushing this thing. They still want to be getting new things out of this. So you can't release just an okay system right now because in 2 or 3 years it's going to be obsolete and worthless. That's kind of why PlayStation 3 released the Blu Ray despite it being brand new. And that was a really good gamble for them because the Blu Ray is really in everyone's living room now. But when PlayStation 3 came out, no one even heard of Blu Ray. No one used it at all. So that was a really smart move on their part. I mean, when you make a new system, you got to be looking 5 to 10 years in the future, thinking, how is this going to look way in the future? How is this going to look, you know, 5 years from now? Is it still going to be successful? Are people still going to like it? And in that facet, I think that this generation did really well because we're on year 8 now, and you know, I'm still enjoying it, and every couple years, graphics and gameplay in video games gets better. So, I mean, they're still pushing the system to the limit. The next thing the 720 has going for is the touchscreen controller. something that I've talked quite a bit about. So far, I'm kind of on the fence with it. It could be great, but it also could ruin the experience. If they begin to rely on the touchscreen controller for gameplay and they start to use it as kind of a gimmick, it's just not going to be for me. I'm not going to like it. I hope that it's kind of there as a feature to use, like your menu, your inventory, maybe Facebook is up on it, who knows, but I just hope that the gameplay doesn't revolve around the touchscreen, because I don't like the whole gimmick idea. If you want to do that, go get the Nintendo Wii or something. I don't want to be touching the touchscreen while I'm playing a first-person shooter or an action game. I think that's kind of silly. But if it's there just kind of almost like your cell phone, you're just checking it between games, you're watching a YouTube video, browsing the internet, I think it'll be great. I think it'll be really cool for that. So I'm hoping that's what they lean towards. I hope they don't make gameplay revolve around it, because I think that'd be stupid. The last thing is Kinect. We really don't know what the Kinect is going to, how it's going to incorporate with the 720. I think that 720 is going to come with something really similar to the Kinect, because the Kinect has sold really, really well. A lot of middle-aged housewives love to get it. They do the dancing games, do the yoga, do their exercise routines, whatever. And I think the Kinect will just release with the 720. I'm sure it'll have a new name and maybe one or two new features, but it'll be the same basic idea. And then the last thing about the 720 is, according to Forbes.com, it's probably going to be $500, which I don't think is too bad, because it's going to be way more than the video game system. It's going to be an entire home entertainment system. So be sure to sub if you're interested in the 720. We are going to be putting up videos weekly. Anything noteworthy that ever happens, we will be dropping a video and talking about it. So have a good one, guys. Take care.